So did you know that if you took $40,000 and invested it into Dogecoin a year ago, today it'd be worth $1 million? What? Well, cryptocurrency has been in the spotlight recently, and it's for good reasons. For example, last year, Bitcoin's price alone jumped over 600%. And Dogecoin, well, that rocketed 2,400% in the last year. And that's why if you would have put in $40,000 to Doge a year ago, you'd be sitting there as a millionaire today. But what are my thoughts on Dogecoin, and what about Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrency? That is what we're talking about in today's video. Well, if you're new to the channel, I speak on this channel a lot about getting out of debt, smart investing, building wealth, and living your ultimate sweet life as a result. And of course, while putting $40,000 down on Doge a year ago would mean I'm sitting today as a millionaire, that sounds pretty sexy, but it actually kind of sucks. And for three major reasons that I'm going to share in this video today on Dogecoin. And be sure to stick with me through the video, because at the end I'm going to be buying some cryptocurrency and telling you which one I am most bullish on at the moment. But of course, I got a shout out to YouTuber Eno Rodriguez. Thank you so much for the comment on my thoughts on Dogecoin. And you know, if you drop a comment down below in any of these videos, sometimes you can be selected to participate in Ask and you shall receive. So during the height of the big push of Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptocurrencies that were coming onto the market, both Jackson Palmer and Billy Marcus created what they were going to call a joke cryptocurrency. It was an open source cryptocurrency based on Litecoin in 2013. And of course, everybody seemed to be creating their own cryptocurrency back in those days. So they thought, let's get some lulz and decide to create our own cryptocurrency based on a Shiba Inu dog. A meme, a joke. This was created to be a joke. You know, my niece actually has a Shiba Inu dog. Wonder if she's investing in Doge. Anyway, Doge has always been traded for around next to nothing. No, I'm serious. Less than a cent. Dogecoin has traded for less than a penny for most of its time. In fact, let's dig into this. It went up a little bit during the crypto surge of late 2017 and early 2018. Then it settled down. And then, thanks to recently the craziness of the stock market, regulation challengers, the challengers of the meme stocks, and Elon Musk tweets, Doge saw itself fly up to 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, and yes, even 7 cents per Dogecoin during that period of time. So this actually leads me to my first point on why I don't like Dogecoin. And that is, number one, it is a joke. And I know so many people are starting to get behind this particular cryptocurrency, but the founders themselves said this was based on a joke. And even I know Elon Musk is getting behind this more than just the tweets. In fact, just recently he put out a thing saying he's literally going to take Dogecoin to the moon. Like physically take it to the moon as part of his SpaceX program. Now up here you see my Robinhood portfolio. I don't own any Dogecoin at all, but you can see right now it's trading for 5 cents per Dogecoin. But look at the history on this. This obviously, as I said, traded for next to nothing. Not even a penny until just recently with the recent craze where it hit an all-time high right around here, around 7 cents per Dogecoin. By the way, I don't use Robinhood to trade cryptocurrency. There's a very good reason why I don't, so stay tuned and I'll explain that in just a moment. But if you really zoom out on Elon Musk and all the crazy tweets for just a second, I want to point out a recent interview that he just did with TMZ where they captured this in February 2021. He even said in this interview that people should never invest their life savings into cryptocurrency at all. And if you want to speculate and maybe have some fun with money that you have, then there's a good chance crypto could be a future currency of the earth. But he even mentioned it should be considered speculation at this point. Now, this is just a casual interview. He's sitting there and they're just kind of attacking him with questions on this random interview where he's signing people's Tesla car models and random shirts and things like that. But I think that's a very important part. You could sit there and put all your money on the fact that he's sending out these tweets about Dogecoin to the moon and GameStop and all these other different things. But if you step back for a second, even the richest guy right now on earth is saying, hold on, let's be serious about this. It should be considered speculation. That's an important thing to keep in mind. I can now go to certain companies and pay for services and pay for goods using Bitcoin. And there's only just a few companies that are starting, but I feel that this is going to continue to grow as more and more companies adopt it. But remember what I said, Bitcoin, not Dogecoin. So right now, Bitcoin's getting a lot of good attention. For example, I can pay my AT&T bill with Bitcoin now. I can then go to certain subways that are starting to accept Bitcoin, pay for Bitcoin for my foot-long Italian BMT. Even Microsoft, Overstock.com. And yes, even Tesla.com, if you want to buy yourself a Tesla, you can pay in Bitcoin. So that's just the start of what's going on with Bitcoin. I think more and more companies are going to get in on this fact of let's accept Bitcoin as an option to pay. That's going to continue to make Bitcoin much more viable than something like Dogecoin. But that's just about the number one joke thing that I'm talking about. Let me talk about the most important thing that I think right now when it comes down to why I don't really like Dogecoin, why I think it sucks. Number two, it's infinite. So let me explain this for a second, because if you're new to cryptocurrency, you may not know this. What makes Bitcoin attractive is the fact that it has a finite life. So right now, how this works is Bitcoin is found, otherwise known as mined, through computers that work on a blockchain. Once you find and mine all 21 million Bitcoins, that's the end. You have found all the Bitcoin. Think about it for a second like the California gold rush of years and years and years ago. They ran to California to dig up as much gold, but there is a point in time that you could run out of that wealth of finding gold. It's kind of how Bitcoin operates. Once 21 million are found, that's it. And right now, according to CoinDesk, we have about 18.4 million Bitcoin in circulation. So we're getting very close to the tap out point of 21 million. And if you think about that, once that happens, it becomes a valuable resource. It's limited in scale. There's only so much to go around. The thing with Dogecoin though is it's infinite. As people get more Dogecoin on the blockchain, more Dogecoin are added. It's just like the US government, you just keep printing money on and on and on. And the more you print money, the more inflation happens, the more the devaluation of the US dollar happens, and that's ultimately something that could happen with Dogecoin. And that's something to be very seriously focused on when it comes down to thinking about, am I investing in this for the purpose of what could be the future of cryptocurrency? But that leads us to number three, gambling. You've heard me say it before, friends. You've heard me say it before. Let's be honest, the people that are truly excited about Dogecoin tend to be the ones that are jumping on the train of what I first mentioned in this video. People that are putting out tweets that are saying Dogecoin to the moon, filled with millions of those crazy ass rocket emojis. But, you know, okay, so you hear this story about if you invested $40,000 a year ago, you could get $1 million. But let me tell you something that I've learned a long time ago. By the time you hear of something like that, well, even in the stock market, when you hear of a hot stock, by the time the mainstream hears about something like that, it's already usually too late. And the thing I have an issue with is the fact that the people that bought in and went crazy on the 7 cent per Dogecoin situation just a few weeks ago, I should say, are now panicking. They're worried. Oh, it went from 7 cents to 5 cents. Depending on how much money you put in, that's quite a hit on your portfolio. And the problem is people keep thinking it's going to go up and up and up without doing the research to understand the infinite capacity of Dogecoin and everything in between. To make matters worse, I've even seen people start to invest their entire life savings into things like Dogecoin and GameStop and things like that. The hope is they can take their emergency fund of, say, $10,000 and hopefully double it in about a week. So then you invest, the coin drops in value, and you know exactly what happens. Even if it's not your entire life savings, even if you put in $50, you start the anxiety and fear panic. Oh crap, my 10,000 is now worth 9,000. What do I do? Should I hold on? Should I have diamond hands? Should I sell? What if I lose more? What if it goes down? What if it goes up? What do I do? Oh my gosh, and you just can't sleep at night. I'd rather be able to sleep at night knowing that I'm getting dividends every single month from my dividend-paying stocks and ETFs than worrying about the bloody Shiba Inu if it's gonna go up in value or down in value. Just doesn't seem like healthy living to me. Doesn't sound like the sweet life either. So call me a boomer, but I just don't think Dogecoin is a very good long-term investment. Hi, yes, tech support? Yeah, it turns out my video is in black and white all of a sudden. What? Is it plugged in? It has to be plugged in. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, you know what? That seemed to have done it. So boomer or not boomer, I just don't think Dogecoin is the way to go, but there are cryptocurrencies that I'm interested in. Obviously, if you haven't gotten the hint throughout listening to my 3 points that I just shared, here it comes, here's the bonus. What I'm most excited about is Bitcoin. And yes, you could also say, well, what about Litecoin? What about Ethereum? Things like that. Those are mainstream when it comes down to the cryptocurrency world, but I don't think that they're as heavy played as Bitcoin. I want you to go out and I want you to pull 5 of your friends that you don't think know too much about anything. I mean the people that, you talk about finance, they're just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna put my next Starbucks coffee on my credit card and you're paid off in 5 years. Those kind of people. Talk to them and say, hey, do you know what cryptocurrency is? And you probably will get some of them saying, yeah, I kind of heard about it somewhere on some type of Facebook or Twitter or Instagram feed. And then I want you to ask them, well, what is cryptocurrency? I can bet they're going to say to you, oh, the Bitcoin stuff, right? The Bitcoin. It's known by people that don't even do a lot of thought process behind finance like we do. So that to me means a lot, because those are the people that are saying, okay, well, I kind of understand this. And maybe you go to a store. Let's say you go, maybe your local Subway has started taking Bitcoin as payment. And you walk up there and you're like, oh, okay, so I see this logo here now accepting Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Bitcoin. Those type of things I think are going to continue to happen. You're going to be able to pay at the gas pump in Bitcoin. You're going to be able to go to a football game, a soccer game, a baseball game, and pay in Bitcoin. You're going to be able to get those beers in Bitcoin as well. So let's take this for a second and think about what's even already going on. For those of you that don't believe this is going to happen, take a pause for a second and start thinking about the next time you go and you buy something. You go to a store, you go to a restaurant or something like that, even a fast food joint. Apple Pay, right? Apple Pay's all over the place now. You just tap your watch or you tap your phone and you pay for it instantly. And in a sense, if you really think about that, gone are the days of cash. I don't have to sit here and pay you $40 anymore. No, all I got to do is digitally pay you my United States dollars. So in a sense, it's almost like we're already at the point of digital wallets. Bitcoin's just another currency. And the point about currency is the more people that adopt it and accept it as a form of bartering, I give you this for that, it's going to become widely known. So I want to talk about why I don't use Robinhood. I actually use something called Coinbase, and I use Coinbase Pro. Now, the reason that I use Coinbase Pro is that the fees are less. So it comes with Coinbase. So if you're already a Coinbase user, just go to pro.coinbase.com before you trade any cryptocurrency, because it'll save you more in fees. That's always a good thing. And the reason I don't like Robinhood for cryptocurrency, at least at this moment, I've heard that they're working on this, but the point of the matter is, if you're going to be struggling with just investing in the idea of something like Bitcoin, that's okay. The thing with Coinbase is you not only invest in it, but you actually own that Bitcoin. So I can take this Bitcoin that I purchase, put it in my wallet, and if I wanted to, I could pay using Bitcoin with my digital Bitcoin wallet thanks to Coinbase. That's why I like using Coinbase. So if you're interested, get yourself some free Bitcoin just for starting out. Link down in the description below to get started with Coinbase today, but I'm gonna hop over here, pull up my screen, and let's check this out together. So I am going to move this slightly over so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I have currently $20 in United States dollars cash that I just deposited. That's my current Bitcoin, but I want to buy some of the Bitcoin. So all I got to do is hit buy at market, and how much do I want to invest in dollars into Bitcoin? So I'm going to choose $20, right there it is. And based on the current price of Bitcoin, that is what I'm going to receive right down over here. Now, of course, for those of you that are new to this is going to look like you're in some type of space capsule or something. You're like behind an air fighter jet and you're trying to land it. Don't worry about all this stuff. In fact, if you're interested in learning about how all of this works, drop a comment down below and I'll dedicate a video specifically to how to use Coinbase Pro in the best manner to take advantage of future investments. But here we go. I'm going to simply hit place buy order, and boom, as easy as that, you can see it's filled. And right over here, I got, for the price of 58K, that much Bitcoin for my $20. The fee was only 10 cents. I love the fact that Coinbase is transparent. Robinhood, Webull, and some of these investment apps, when it comes to cryptocurrency, aren't the best because they don't actually share the fee with you. The fee is in there, it's built into the purchase price. I just like being able to not have it part of my purchase price and seeing it transparently. How much are you charging me for this transaction? Simple and easy as that. Now, of course, I love Robinhood, I love Webull when it comes down to the stock market, but crypto, I'm not quite there yet. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice, but you got to do your own research, and that's the whole point of Doge. If you're going to go into Doge, you got to make sure you're okay with setting your money on fire. If you're okay with burning up your money, then you're okay to invest. Same thing with Bitcoin. Do not invest something that means something to you. If you need that money to pay next month's rent, if you're trying to get out of debt, if you're trying to pay off your mortgage, focus on those things first before you get yourself screwed and you're in a state of panic and worry. Hey, by the way, here are 2 other videos that could really help you. Make sure you check them out here on the channel. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and most importantly, continue to live your sweet life. We'll see you on the next video.